Welcome to another episode of Know Your SMS with Vikram Upadhyaya, where we unpack everything startup founders need to know to thrive, grow, and stay sane in the high-stakes world of entrepreneurship. Today's episode, Hiring Right for Your Startup, Why Skills Alone Aren't Enough. Let's get started. Being a founder is thrilling. You're building something from scratch, chasing your vision with passion, and making the big calls. But here's a hard truth. You can't do it all on your own. No matter how smart, driven, or skilled you are, scaling your startup needs more than just you. It needs the right people. And hiring them? That's where the real game begins. It's tempting to believe you can handle everything if you just stay in control. But the reality is, you don't possess every skill your startup needs to grow. That's why bringing the right talent on board early is critical. Not just any talent, but people who meet the specific needs of your business and align with your values and culture. Unfortunately, this is where many startups go wrong. Too often, founders fall for shiny resumes and big-name companies, assuming that past performance guarantees future success. But just because someone excelled elsewhere doesn't mean they're right for your company. Your startup is unique, with its own culture, vision, and rhythm. And that means the hiring process must go deeper. Before you even scan the first resume, ask yourself, what kind of culture are you building? What values do you want your team to live by? What kind of thinking, attitude, and adaptability does your product or service demand? Once you have that clarity, it becomes easier to filter candidates, not just by what they've done, but by what they can do for you. Shift your focus from experience alone to potential. Look for the spark, the hunger, and the ability to thrive in ambiguity, because that's what startup life is all about. Richard Branson nailed it when he said, "There is nothing more important for a business than hiring the right team." So don't just fill seats, build a tribe, use multiple rounds of interviews, design small challenges to test creativity, attitude, and fit. Because sometimes the most unconventional candidate can become your most valuable asset. Someone who seemed average in a corporate setup might turn out to be the hustler your startup needs. What you're really hiring for is ownership, not just skills. Startups need people with an owner's mindset. People who aren't looking at job descriptions, but looking for impact. People who are flexible, proactive, and passionate about your mission. That's the kind of energy that fuels real growth. Also remember, roles in startups are fluid. With limited resources and fast-changing conditions, everyone has to be willing to roll up their sleeves and do what's needed, not just what's assigned. And here's something many overlook: the emotional and psychological fit. Someone might tick all the boxes on paper, but crumble when it comes to teamwork, adaptability, or handling pressure. Even basic psychometric or situational judgment tests can offer deep insights into whether someone is cut out for the startup grind. Your team is your biggest asset, period. So while credentials matter, they're just one piece of the puzzle. Hire for attitude, adaptability, alignment, and yes, passion. Because when your team is as fired up about your vision as you are, magic happens. So here's the takeaway. Building a successful startup is about surrounding yourself with people who don't just fit the job, they fit the journey. People who will learn, grow, and grind with you. Your hiring decisions shape the future of your company more than your product roadmap or pitch deck ever will. Choose wisely. Thanks for tuning in to Know Your SMS. If you found value in this episode, don't forget to subscribe, share it with your fellow founders, and leave us a review. Until next time, keep building, keep dreaming, but don't do it alone.